Hey there, welcome to the Alexa Z Show, because life should be fun and meditation should be easy. Oh, the joy of a beautiful night's sleep. Sleep is so important, from lowering our stress to even our cholesterol. Some may say I'm a bit obsessed with sleep. I'm not obsessed with sleeping, but I am very concerned with the quality of sleep. When our sleep declines, so does our health. Unfortunately, we seem to reach for an answer really quickly, and often that answer is in the form of a pill or an herbal pill. Whatever it is, I'm not touting these things, but I really feel we need to look at some natural habits that can really, truly improve our sleep forever. In this episode, I'm going to present some tips and tricks that you can start trying right away, but I really want to focus on what brought us to the quality of sleep we have today, good, bad, or indifferent. Habits, quality, they don't happen overnight, no pun intended. So sleep is no joke, nor is this podcast, but we still might giggle a little. So hang in there. Let's talk sleep. A show for those who want to meditate or maybe tried, loved it one day, hated it the next, or maybe forgot why the heck they're supposed to do it anyway. Well, you landed on the right show. Do you still find yourself wishing you had more time, waking up tired, wanting to take back what you just said to your boss? Seriously, don't you just want to spend a peaceful, productive day with time left to learn the guitar and start that $1 million side hustle? Follow me at alexazmeditates.com/podcast and let's make it happen. Hey there, Alexa Z here. Before I begin, as a new podcaster, I was informed that I'm supposed to ask you to subscribe. I hate asking for help, but, it keeps me going. You're nice people. So this is episode 6, but my trusty companions, aka my 3 dogs, said it's kind of like episode 42. So if you're enjoying it, there's no massive thing that will happen to you if you just hit that subscribe button. It'll just let you know when a new episode comes out. And if you like it, share it with friends and family, leave a review, whatever. You made me smile. Okay, thank you. Let's get on with it. On to sleep. I don't think a day passes when we don't all hear somebody complaining about their sleep. Not only I need more, but they can't fall asleep, stay asleep, can't stop their brain from thinking and thinking and thinking, or sleep like a log and wake up completely exhausted. Well, my friends, you're certainly not alone. If you took a minute and you said, okay, I'm going to tell you exactly when the last time I had a perfect night's sleep is, just perfect. Didn't have to add any meds in or NyQuil or a bottle of wine. You just woke up feeling great and refreshed and energetic and ready to take on the day. It's often hard to remember when that day was. And if you can right now, you're like, oh, Lex, I totally know. I know when it was. It happens all the time for me. Well, listen to my tips today. And if you have a few of your own, please go to my podcast notes. Go to alexazmeditates.com/podcast. Give me some of your tips. I would love to share them, and I would love to learn too. So anything I talk about today, don't worry about writing it down. I'll tell you how you can get a list of it on a PDF at the end, and there's also a bonus in there also. So here's some just kind of fun facts about sleep. Number 1, it's one of the top ways to lower stress. Number 1, the top ways to lower stress. So if you're not sleeping well, we feel like, oh my God, I'm already screwed. I'm not sleeping well. But hang on. It gets better. Number 2, this is really important. A giraffe only needs 1.9 hours and a bat needs 19.9. Well, we're neither of those, so let's go to 3. Humans are the only mammals that are willing to delay sleep. Thank God, or imagine we would probably end up sleeping on our desk. We do need to stay awake when we want to. Number 4, we know you need food, water, air, and sleep to survive, but the actual amount is different, and it depends on a lot of factors. There's people that are like, I only need 3 hours of sleep, blah, blah, blah. You do need more than that. But, scientists, they say that sleep plays a huge role in our memory, our hormones, tissue repair. And we all know that it definitely can erode our mental processing when we do not get enough sleep. We don't feel motivated. We don't feel focused. That's an obvious one. Number 5, there are a lot of other really serious problems that can happen from lack of sleep, from heart problems to high blood pressure to depression. And let's talk about some of the other problems that I have, aka wrinkles and bags under my eyes that I can never seem to get to go away. Number 6, in the mid-60s, there was a student named Randy Gardner. I don't know if you guys know Randy, But he won the science fair. He won it by not sleeping for 11 days. He did make the World Book of Records, but I think the really interesting piece is that category is no longer in the Book of Records because there is danger in sleep deprivation. If you want to know more about him, Google Randy Gardner. It's pretty interesting. And he actually blames this whole study on insomnia that he suffered from years later. Number 7, it should only take 10 to 15 minutes to fall asleep. 10 to 15 minutes. More than 5, though, they say you're probably sleep deprived. And number 8, you do need less sleep as you get older. I've always heard that. That's nice. But you still need it. So shoot for a solid 7, and at least you know you're headed down the right path. Okay, that's enough. We know. Yes, I get it. So I'm going to give you 5 simple tips. I'm the queen of simple. And number 5, of course, is the best. So wait for 5. And if you'd like a list of these, and the end also includes a bonus that I will tell you about at the end, go to alexismeditates.com/sleep. And you can get these tips and a little bit more. So here we go. Number 1, melatonin. So many of us reach for the melatonin bottle, forgetting that it is not a supplement. It is actually something created in our brain. The other thing is melatonin has milligrams, and grabbing the top milligram doesn't mean you're grabbing better. The best thing you can do is at least first figure out, why are you not getting your natural thing in your brain? Like, what is going on that natural melatonin hormone isn't doing you any good? It's created by your pineal gland. It's part of your endocrine system, and it regulates biological rhythms and, most importantly, sleep and wake cycles. Now, it's like riding a wave. It normally peaks between 11 and 2 and then begins to fall. So just like surfing, if you don't grab the wave in time, the wave's going to crash. So the tip is, before you grab the supplement, over a couple of days, figure out, what is your natural wave? Like, do it during the week when you maybe just kind of have a normal routine, not the weekend when, maybe you're out late or whatever, but just notice at night, like, what time do I start getting sleepy? Of course, I'm going to ask you to please go to sleep at that point. But for now, at least notice what that cycle is, because you just might be missing it. The next one is screen time. Yeah, you probably hear this all the time, but everything has blue lights. Phones, computers, television, they suppress the pineal gland, the gland that makes melatonin. By reducing the screen time, you're automatically helping something natural in your body. So turn it off 60 minutes. Say 60 minutes. Just do 60 minutes before bed. And the next tip, number 3, will help you do this. The next tip is my suggestion of flipping around your activities at the end of the day. If you come home, you're having dinner, and you're like, all right, I got to get back on my computer. A couple things I need to do, need to answer some emails. I'm not going to stop you from doing the things you want to do, but just change it a little. Eat your dinner. Instead of doing the dishes and playing with the kids and walking the dog, instead of doing all that and then hunkering down with that laptop or hunkering down in front of your TV, be on your laptop first. Get all that stuff done. Save the dishes or walking the dog until right before you go to bed. Flip it around. You're going to see how much easier it is to go to bed with your feeling mind instead of your thinking mind. Everything will get done, and you're going to help that good old pineal gland, which is going to help your good old melatonin. Number 4 is uncluttering your bedroom. Clean off the nightstand, tidy up a bit, get rid of the television. I'm not even going to get into we know why we need to get rid of the television. Grab your book, grab your loved one, do what you got to do. Just keep things around you uncluttered. Block out all the light. Block out all the little blue lights from your DVR, from your phone chargers, from all that kind of stuff. Block it all out. I do it the easy way. I do throw towels all over everything, but I'm an earplug, eye shade kind of girl. I mean, how easy is it to get rid of everything? They make like 5,000 different types of earplugs. And even if you don't like earplugs, they make a million eye shades. They're cool. You can get funny ones. I have 3 or 4. I rotate my way through. I have them everywhere. I love them. And number 5, of course, I'm going to talk about my favorite, which is meditation. Meditation increases alpha waves. Alpha waves are something that as a society, we have less alpha waves in our brain. Beta, you are awake. Alpha is the dreamy bridge to sleep. theta and delta waves, we get into deep restorative sleep. Well, we're alpha deficient. Does it make sense? Go back to when I said people who feel like they crash into sleep and wake up exhausted. Well, if you don't have that nice bridge to sleep, it's hard. You do just kind of crash. So that little bit of meditation time, that little bit of relaxation, it's going to really improve your sleep. Now, I've taught people to meditate, and 2 weeks later, they're like, oh my gosh, I feel great. I'm really focused. I'm not reactive, but I'm still not sleeping great. Well, remember, what did it take you to get to this point where you're not sleeping well? There might be very serious things like post-traumatic stress disorder. You might have major stresses going on in your life. Maybe you lost a loved one. Whatever it is, there's reasons why you're here. So what I'm asking you to do today is look at your natural life. See what you can adjust. See if you can adjust the time you go to bed. See if you can adjust what you do before you go to bed. See what your body naturally does and be really honest with yourself. How long did it take you to get there? You go through a REM cycle and a non-REM cycle when you sleep. So first it's non-REM as you're going through what they call, let's say 1 through 4, they call it. So 1, 2, 3, you're going sleepy, 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 deeper, deeper, more restorative. Then you come out of that cycle, which is kind of usually when REM, meaning rapid eye movement, at the end of a sleep cycle, you're a little more awake, and then you go through the cycle again. On a perfect day, your cycle is nice and solid, about 90 minutes, and you go back into the next one. What we're trying to do is get our cycle to be beautiful again, to get our breath to calm, to get our heart rate to drop. It sounds like a lot, but what can we do that's simple? My 5 tips are super simple. The meditation part, don't be scared. Here's the secret sauce. Sleep lowers stress. Exercise lowers stress. Lots of things lower stress. But those things, sleep being one of the top ones, they're working on your stress right now. How much stress do you have? Do you have enough sleep to wash it clean so the next day you're at 0? Probably not. Do you have 10 units of stress when you go to sleep? And maybe you get through 5? Well, where'd the other 5 go? Are they going to tack on to your next night's sleep? Slide in a little bit of meditation, which not only works on your stress now, but it works on all that stress that's stored up from your past, stored in your body. So as you start to unravel that, now you're adding to your bank account instead of subtracting from it. So the next time you go to sleep, maybe you've got 9 units, not 10 units of stress. Does that make sense? So meditation, I am the meditation motivator, is going to help add to that good bank account, that good bank account that has nourishing things and less stress. Less stress hormones means room for more happy hormones. Now, there is another form of meditation, which I have not talked about yet on the podcast, and it will be on one of the next 2, and that's a specific form of meditation called Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra, which I call lay down meditation, is also a way to quiet your mind and increase alpha waves and get into deep restoration. So Nidra, which actually means sleep, is amazing. So that's another secret sauce, but I got to save that because I got to keep you coming back, right? However, think of your meditation. I have to put things in perspective, and I hope you might be like me. If I know when I'm meditating, I'm helping my brain waves. When I quiet my mind sitting in my chair, my mind is awake, it is aware, it is quieting. I'm using my hands right now, going from the top of my head, almost like I'm dropping my hands. Beta, dreamy alpha, theta. I'm meditating my way into my brain waves. Does that make sense? I'm training my brain. Training it to calm. Well, the more I've trained my brain, the more when I lay down in my bed, my brain's like, oh yeah, I know what to do. I'm going to go through the beta, alpha, theta, delta dance. Give it a try. Beta, alpha, theta, delta. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you got nothing else out of it but to say, I need to work my way towards better sleep, you will be amazed If you're like me and you have an Apple Watch or a Fitbit or something like that, start this process. Look at your watch only before you go to bed, then turn the screen off so you don't have to look at it. Look and see what the quality of your sleep is. I don't really care what it's measuring. If you want to look at your heart rate or what they consider deep sleep, it doesn't matter, right? As long as you're looking at the same thing every day, you're still doing your own little personal comparison. And let me tell you, come back and let me know. Do this for a couple weeks using some of these tips. Tell me what that sleep thing on your wrist says. You're going to be really surprised. You are going to be surprised. But again, be patient. You didn't get to a lousy sleep cycle overnight. Thank you, my friends. Go to alexazmeditates.com/sleep. You can get your tips. And at the end, there is a bonus meditation that you can listen to before you go to bed that will help calm your body. Got to calm your body before you can calm your mind. Join me again in a couple weeks on Nidra. And I bet I have a big special treat for at the end for you in that episode also. Thank you so much. I'm very tongue-tied today, so it's a good time to sign off. Peace out, good sleep, and thank you. Hit subscribe.